I'm filming this part after everything had time to settle, because some experiences don't need to be explained in the moment, they need perspective. This vlog isn't about drama. It's about what happens when life quietly forces you to protect your peace, even when it's uncomfortable, and even when it involves people you never imagined it would. Hey Amor Nation, welcome back to another weekly vlog. Good morning guys. So it is Tuesday, January 6th, and I know you guys see me all dressed up in my business like shirt and thing. You guys might know so that you don't care about them on my face now. But anyway, let's pretend as if we're not seeing it. It's January 6th and today I am going to the family court, and I've been telling you guys a lot about my situation that I've been dealing with family members, specifically my sibling, which is my younger brother. I went ahead and went through the process of taking out a restraining order against him, and today is the court date. We have the hearing at 10. It's now 8 something, but because I'm coming from so far out and I'm not in Kingston at the moment, I have to ensure that I leave out early, so I'm leaving out right now. I'll definitely update you guys and tell you how everything goes. So as I'm saying guys, hopefully it goes in my favor, because to be honest, it's a new year and I really do not want to go through this year fighting or going through anything like I've been through in the past with these people. And honestly, I just want them to give me a restraining order so these people can understand that they should just leave me alone, because I'm really and truly not interfering with anybody. However, I feel like I'm going to also tell you guys the process, because I know that there's a lot of people that goes through these things on a daily and just want to know the best way to protect themselves using the law. And just in case there's anybody out there that would like to have information on how to go by doing these things, I'll definitely share the information with you, but not right now. I feel like when I get back and when the entire process is over and we see how it goes, then I'll give you guys my opinion and tell you if I believe it was a fair situation or if the law is working in my favor in this case. All right, I'm not keep my secret for nobody, and I just feel like this is something that I've been dealing with for a very long time, and I am finally taking the necessary steps. I've been advised so many times in the past to do this, and maybe if I had done this a long time ago, I wouldn't have gone through a lot of the situations that I have gone through. So I'm taking a step today. It's a new year and I want to stay focused, and as I mentioned before, a lot of the times when you are going through these types of situations with narcissistic dysfunctional families, it kind of throw you off your guard, and I'm in a place now where I need to be ultimately focused on my goals, and these people don't want you to make it. They thrive at your distress. They thrive. They I don't know, it's like a good feeling for them when they think that you are suffering or when they think that nothing is going your way, and this is what they really want. So most times they just have to fight back, and I've made the decision to fight for my rights and to fight for my peace this year, and this is exactly what I am doing. So as I'm about to lead out right now, I am just putting the entire situation before God, and hopefully he comes through for me. I believe in God so much, and people can hide from man, but them can't hide from God, and God knows my heart and he knows my ways, and he truly knows that I have been just staying in my lane and just being all about me, and he truly knows that these people are the ones that are interfering with me and just really trying to tear me down, tear down my character, tear down my reputation for what I don't know if it just make them feel good but for themselves, and misery loves company. That's one thing that I know, and I don't feel like I should dwell in anyone's misery or I have to suffer because of anyone's misery, and so I am taking a step. You may ask why I never did this before. It's really because my mother is always involved in the situation, and she's always the one that I have sympathy towards. But I realize that even with my mom, she's really not fair in the situation. She's very biased, and she's always putting them ahead, even when even when they're wrong, you know, because I don't know. I am the black sheep. I've made that clear. So if you know anything about the black sheep and you know anything about narcissistic dysfunctional family, then you'll understand the role that my mom plays in this situation. But because of my love for her, and I know how much she loves her kids, you know, or her boys, I always, you know, put her before my needs, and I've just made a conscious decision not to do that anymore, because even when I am in the right, she gives me the wrong, and she will always pick up for them even when they are wrong, you know. So I have to literally do what I have to do to protect myself, and that is really what this is all about at this time. I don't care if she's my mom, I don't care what her feelings are going to be, regardless. At times you just have to get up and fight for yourself, and fight for your rights, and fight for your peace, and that's what I am doing today. All right, so as I said, guys, when the situation is over and I can speak a little bit more on it based on the results, I'll definitely do that. And if you're somebody that wants to know how to go about these things, don't be afraid to ask me as well in the comment section. I'll definitely give you guys the information. All right, so soon. That morning I was calm on the outside, but internally I was carrying a lot. Not fear, just the weight of doing something for the first time I never thought that I would have had to do. I don't have footage inside the court, and honestly I'm glad I don't, because as I mentioned in previous vlogs, I'm not somebody that likes to throw my family under the bus, and I feel like that if that moment was recorded, it would have done nobody justice, in my honest opinion, as first of all, the behaviors of the person that made me had to do that action in the first place, it would have really showed them up in ways that I don't care to expose them to. Not in this moment, not at this time. I don't really think it's even worth my energy. And also, it would have also shown something that I am not proud of, but I definitely forgive myself, because I know for a fact that I only behaved in that manner because I was trying to protect myself. So definitely not actions that I'm proud of, but sometimes in life what needs to be done has to be done. What I do want to share though is the process, because I went into this thing not knowing what to expect. And I know that there are people who might be watching this who might be in the same position. Filing a protection order for me wasn't about punishment. It was about safety, boundaries, and documentation. This process itself was actually a little bit more straightforward than I expected. Paperwork explaining the pattern of behavior and just allowing the system to do what it is designed to do. What stood out to me wasn't even the courtroom. It was realizing how normalized verbal abuse can become, especially when it's coming from family. Walking away from that experience, I did not feel victorious, not at all. Instead, I felt clear. Clear that protecting your peace doesn't make you cruel. It makes you responsible. And with all that, life doesn't pause when you make hard decisions. You still run errands, you still explore, you still live.
Up them way, supermarket were coming and I'll be aware of a flash up. Them not fear somebody broke that glass their teeth for the liquor them. I liquor that, you know. And Jamaica people love drinks, so them not scared. Alright? Them not scared. Guys, let's see what going in at St. Thomas. Supermarket now. Yeah, elevation. He's like, we don't need to go to Harbour View anymore. Well, look there, guys. I'm gonna make sure. Where is it? Jaycon food. St. Thomas. Oh no, it's not country anymore. One food. We take you guys inside food. So we shall drop your Chalina. Good morning. Yes, St. Thomas now do the thing. You don't have to go to Harbour View. You might tell you no, you don't have to go to Harbour View anymore. That's Mr. Wagwan. It's a give a fancy and a pharmacy vibes. Yeah. And beer things. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, see this, but they don't have to cross the bridge.
They don't even have to cross the bridge. Across the bridge, there'll be no sorrow. Because St. Thomas have supermarket now. As you say, new to them, they really have much things on the stock. But guys, it's going on. All your pet food, all your stuff, so it's not nice things, you know. Yes. A big bag of soap.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Supermarket Agwan Jekan. Welcome to St. Thomas. Things, and guys, I'm over upstairs. Let's see what's going on upstairs. No, not up there yet. Things up there? Oh, it's just a small department. Oh, them sell like pots and them something there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a Price Mart vibes. Yeah, it's like a Price Mart. Oh, TV.
Big 75.
Wow, guys, upstairs. Big department. You know, TV and pot and so. You know, them sell sheets too. Yes. Excitement. Wow. Yes, St. Thomas, una angle no sell. You can come get some curtain, $1,500 look. Not bad, not bad. 4,800. 18,000 off a sheet of what they pan it gold. Basket. They're not cheap, 2,200. Nice. Guys, we can't say everything fresh. And you, Michelle said towel area, so you want towel. Nobody look on them, you know. You turn the black eye and go on. And go find the pot them.
Need some soup to put in our bathroom.
Up where there? It's cute, some basket. Anyways, guys, if you're in a St. Thomas, stop at Jacana food store. Yes. Yes. In Albion, yes, in Albion. When you know the central part of St. Thomas. You can see enough more things still left for full out on the shelf, but it's new and it's coming and it's a go on with itself. Yeah. So I have a look at the departments here. You can see enough on the shelf, them still empty. Yeah. Glass and so you can see them still up below the shelf. But guys, they're not going too bad. Look a mirror, little this, little that. Standing mirror, $3,600. Wow. Jacana, guys, wanna check it out. Albion St. Thomas. Not going too bad at all. Nice little rug. Look a fur rug and them thing there. Alright. That is it. Big up to yourself, guys. We'll see you come back. Moments like this reminded me that normalcy is a part of healing too. Even with heavy weeks, purpose still calls.
Let me show you where Mr. Evie. No, Robert.
So what?
Robert.
Robert?
Yeah.
Hold on. Robert!
We have a new character. What is the girl name in the thing?
Now make sure you use her name.
You want to say your real name, Maggie?
Sure.
Yeah, Maggie so nice.
That's her name.
Oh, that's her name. Maggie so nice. We have a new character, Maggie. Maggie, say hi. You shy?
Soup. Voila, soup.
What?
Quiet on the set.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
We'll take a little hike up the hill. Yeah. See the view? Yeah. Showing up to work reminded me that I am more than one difficult chapter. Healing isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like cooking, being still, and just allowing your nervous system to breathe again. Yeah, my favorite today. Curry chicken on a menu and somewhere else. I don't know what I got anger that. guys, nothing fancy, just raw chow curry chicken, and I made some melody right here, and I'm about to enjoy. I ended this week by intentionally choosing peace, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. That's it. Good one, good one, good one. Why I choose to wear this bra?
You don't need it.
No, oh God. No, I don't, but I never think it through either. Because it keeps popping up over my... Oh. Yeah, that's my yard vibe. I'm a Babylon. Oh, I can't come off this side. Okay. Bad. Tough. OMG for this? Yeah. It's tough. Oh, you can't cage up for chewing.
Yeah, you got drift with it.
Tough.
Look at Abby.
Tough. Crank up. Why is the water so blue? You see how it look blue? Or is the glasses? Oh yeah, it's the glasses. That's cute. So it's like a pool.
Natural spring.
Natural? Yay! I like that. Do it again. Do it again. That's nice. Yay! Do it again. It's cool. I wonder if it's cool.
This is not, I like this.
This, right? This is cute.
The feed from the river come right there.
So it's probably the river water then.
Yeah.
It is. I'm just capture it in a little stream. Let's capture it on the stream. This is life, energy.
That's how I want to live. All love.
Yeah, right. If you're watching this and you've ever had to protect your peace from someone who was supposed to protect you, you're not dramatic, you're not weak, and you're also not wrong. Sometimes growth looks like distance, and sometimes healing is choosing yourself quietly. You're still watching? Thank you. But why you don't subscribe yet? Click that red button below right now. Subscribe to the channel, man. Big up yourself. Thank you.